Hi class! We're going to continue learning about fractions. Today, the new concept is about equal fractions on the number line. What fraction does this point represent on the number line? First, let's count how many equal parts this number line has been divided into between 0 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole number has been divided into 4 equal parts. Now let's count to see how many fourths there are up to the point. 1, 2, 3. The point represents 3/4. Now, here is something new. We could also divide the number line into equal parts like this. Let's count to find out how many equal parts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The distance has been divided into 8 equal parts, and 6 parts up to the point, which make the point represent 6/8. So 3/4 is equal to 6/8. What fraction does this point represent on the number line? Let's count how many equal parts this number line has been divided into between 0 and 1. 1, 2. The whole number has been divided into 2 equal parts. Now let's count to see how many halves there are up to the point. 1. The point represents 1/2. We could also divide the number line into equal parts like this. Let's count to find out how many equal parts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. The distance has been divided into 4 equal parts. Now let's count to see how many fourths there are up to the point. 1, 2. The point represents 2/4. So 1/2 is equal to 2/4. They mean the same thing. What fraction does this point represent on the number line? Let's count how many equal parts this number line has been divided into between 0 and 1. 1, 2, 3. The whole number has been divided into 3 equal parts. Now let's count to see how many thirds there are up to the point. 1, 2. The point represents 2/3. We could also divide the number line into equal parts like this. Let's count to find out how many equal parts there are now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The distance has been divided into 6 equal parts. Now let's count to see how many sixths there are up to the point. 1, 2, 3, 4. The point represents 4/6. So 2/3 is equal to 4/6. They mean the same thing. Okay, so you're going to figure this out, and I'm going to give you the question, and then I want you to pause the video, figure it out before I show you the correct answer, okay? So name the fraction. You're going to count to see how many sections it's been divided into, and then tell me at that point how many there are up to that point. Okay, so find your answer. The answer is 2/8. Okay, 2/8 equal. We're going to take some lines away. Now count how many total there are, and then up to that point, which is 1/4. So 2/8 equals 1/4. They both mean the same thing. Here's another one. You figure it out and see if you get the right answer. Up to this point, 2/4. Okay, so did you figure out how to do it? Let's see. Did you count 1, 2, 3, 4, which gives you this number, 4, and then 1, 2, up to this arrow is where you get this number, okay? Equals 2. Now we're going to take some of those away, and now you only have 1, 2 spaces, which gives you 1 on top, so 1/2. So 2/4 equals 1/2. Okay, now you do this one. Pause the button and you figure it out. The answer will be this. Okay, equals 2. Taking some lines away. Now the answer is this. So 4/6 equals 2/3. Here's one more. Okay, what is the fraction gonna be? You have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up on top you have 1, 2, 3. So the answer is gonna be 3/4. And we can make it equal if we add some lines. How many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the blue arrow. And that equals 6/8. So 3/4 is the same. It equals 6/8. They both mean the same thing. Okay, last question. Figure this one out on your own. Pause the button. Okay, here's your answer. Now, let's see what it's equal to. Okay, pause the button again if you need to. And your answer is 2/4 now. And 4/8 is the same. It equals 2/4. They mean the same thing. Okay, so this is what your homework looks like. There's 3 pages. This is the first page, A, right? And so you're going to figure out 2 equal fractions are shown on each pair of number lines. write the equal fraction above the numbers lines. The first one has been done for you. So this one, first, how do we get? This is the answer. So how did they get the 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then they got the 2 because then they count to this dot here. So 1, 2. So 2/3 is what this number line means, okay? And then the bottom one, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which you put here 6, and then on top to the dot here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you put the 4 there. And you look, these two lines, they are identical. The only thing different is how they've been broken into fractions, okay? So they still, that's what makes these the same numbers, or they mean the same thing on the number line. So you can visually see them side by side, okay? So this is this page. You're going to do this type of problem for page A. Now over here, it gives you the first one done. So instead of you figuring out the numbers, you're going to actually figure out where to put the dots, okay? So 2/4. See, here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So where are we going to put the dot to make it 2? So we're going to count 2 over. 1, 2. And we're going to put a dot here, okay? And then down here, 1/2. So we have 1, 2 on the bottom. That's how they got the number 2. And then you only have 1, so you're going to count over just 1 and then put the dot, okay? So same here, this one was done for you as well. Okay, then the last page, it says there is 1 point marked on each pair of number lines. Mark the equal point on the other number line. Then write the 2 equal fractions. The first one has been done for you. Okay, so the first one, this dot was given to you. Okay, this was here, and then you're to mark the bottom one. Okay, and then you're just to say the top one, the number is 3/4. They got that because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3 to this dot, okay? So 3/4, and then this one, let's figure it out, 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the bottom number. Now, how many to this dot here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So that's how they got 6/8. And they're the same. They mean the same thing. So now notice the rest of them only have a dot on the top line. Remember, you have to add the dot to the line below. It's going to be in the same place. You just bring the dot down like this, okay? So you're going to put a dot here. And then you're going to figure out the numbers like they did over here. Okay, so that's how you do your homework. Let me know if you need help in any way.